everyone. I want to continue with the topic of meditation. Meditation. Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven, same thing, is within you and all around you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So how are you going to get close to the kingdom of heaven? Well, right now, you are reflecting the outside. Let me see if I can give you a little example. Have you ever been to a movie? It's very typical nowadays because they make the movies so loud and so intense that when you're sitting in a movie theater, it is so loud and so intense. It's like it penetrates you. Have you ever had someone with a really shrill voice or a loud voice yelling at you, and it's like it penetrates you? Well, that's what has happened to you in life, in that everything penetrates you. Everything gets inside. And so, who was it that talked about the hollow men? Who was that famous poet who wrote a poem? It wasn't Ezra Pound, was it T.S. Eliot? Something about the hollow men. It's like a hollow sphere or a hollow gong, and when you strike it, then inside everything vibrates, the sound really loud. Or like a great big pan. Well, that's it. You're like a hollow person that everything has penetrated. Began when you were a little child. People yell at you. See, emotions, that's how it starts. Emotions. When you become emotional, then it penetrates. And it leaves a memory. It leaves some kind of residual. But it leaves more than that. It leaves something of itself. Something of that. It's like a hologram. Do you know what that is, a hologram? Have you ever seen that? Where you can get a holographic plate and then break it into many little pieces, and you can take one little piece, shine a laser light through it, and then the whole picture is projected on the wall. Hologram. Well, when that scene gets it, when whatever it was, your mom yelling at you, what some kid did, what you saw, what somebody did to you, what somebody suggested, some meanness, someone rejected you, they picked on you at school, they pushed you down, they stole your lunch money, teacher played favorites, you were falsely accused of something that you didn't do, you found out that your mom and dad are divorcing, things like that penetrated. And then the whole thing got inside. It leaves an engram. And then any little part that is repeated, it then brings back the whole thing. So let's say that you were you found out your mom and dad were divorcing. You heard them arguing and screaming at each other and yelling, and then all of a sudden, one of them said, "Well, I'm sure glad we're getting a divorce. I wish it would be over sooner. The only reason I'm staying is because of kids. If it wasn't for them, I'd be gone right now." Something like that. It was awful. But that penetrated you. But then everything in the scene, maybe the light in your bedroom, so a lamp that you noticed, a picture on the wall that you happened to be looking at when you heard them arguing, the sound of a car going by when they when you were shocked. The smell. Maybe there's a smell of lilacs coming in through the window. It was springtime. The window was open. It was beautiful. A beautiful evening. But then this happened. I'm just giving you an example. Then later in life, 30 years later, you can be sitting there and there's lilac smell. It brings back the whole scene. Your mom and dad arguing. They're getting a divorce. See what I mean? Or you see a picture that looks like the one that was on the wall. I think you got the idea. So everything penetrates. So what you want to do is not be penetrated anymore. And then if you're not penetrated anymore, then with the help of God, with the help of the meditation, frankly, because he can operate, he can use the frame of mind that you're in, the frame of mind, the state of mind, the state of awareness that you're in when you meditate or after you've meditated. Take some of that with you out in the world. That state of awareness is an awareness that is closer to God, closer to the inner light.